Alright, I'm going in. See what the old week 1 CPU. Steven Montez will be the starting quarterback. How long is yet to be determined. Yeah, that's why I want to use him. It's like nobody knows anything about him. Rookie Demir Bird was drafted by the CPU. I didn't. I did not. He was drafted by the CPU. Yeah, right. I did not. Whatever. I'm gonna try that shit on me. Hamler's a rookie. Coulter. Albert, the tight end, is a rookie. Don't even know who linemen are. Darrell Taylor starts left end. Jason starts right end. Badabuke. Raekwon Davis in the middle. Kenneth Murray on the outside. Josh Uche. CJ Henderson, AJ Terrell, Noah Igbiangahene, Isaiah Rogers. My entire my 5 corners are all rookies. We're about to get destroyed. Isaiah Simmons and Delpit. Get Stephen Denmark, Hook. So that's it. That's what we got. So, actually, I picked up 53 now. So after adding, what was his name, Rudy Ford, added him, so it gave me 53. So here goes nothing against CPU on All Madden.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led out by their quarterback in his 7th season now from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
When Jimmy Garoppolo came out of Eastern Illinois, many people saw a strong-armed guy, well-schooled in the passing game, who needed a little bit of time to develop and reach his potential. Starting to go in that direction right now. A former linebacker in high school, he plays the game with a lot of toughness.
On first down, Garoppolo. Open man is born. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne.
Jimmy G is dotting me up, son.
Up on the pitch and catch.
Kendrick Bourne.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes.
Dude, I just gave up a touchdown from missed tackles.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Touchdown. Zach Pascal, 36 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there,
this might be a long season.
You have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this is the first NFL carry for the Wisconsin Badger, Jonathan Taylor. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front.
All right, Montez, let's go, baby.
Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it
Not it, Montez. Oh, my God, what a horrible pass. Pick 6. Terrible.
It's a touchdown.
Somebody go get Eason loose.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski.
That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Rookie nerves, man. Rookie nerves. That was freaking terrible.
And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
First and 10.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. On second down, it's Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
What is that? What kind of lame punt was that? So it's not my punter? Yeah, it was terrible.
Offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead. And
I'm down 14-0.
First and 10.
Yeah, buddy.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, again to Jones. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He got destroyed.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
But for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
Seahawks 17.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
At their own 25.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
4 yards. That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
17-0 our score after one.
With the score, Seahawks 17. Falcons
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Yamata brought him down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. And they'll try a jet sweep. It's Rager. And
Come on.
press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal? They'll look to run with Taylor, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jonathan Taylor with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And a a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Oh, man, come on, get that.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up.
So it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the counter, here's Jones. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Ronald Jones.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Jones. And some space here.
Fuck that, man. Come on.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ronald Jones, 66 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum, and not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Montez. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
To throw, Montez. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
36-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Jalen Reagor with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Joey Sly.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets
to figure out how to stop him.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14.
It's been missed tackles, man. I don't know if it's...
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but
It'd be like just being rusty or something.
So they're behind schedule. I'm down in distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
Oh, what a move.
That'll be caught by Cup. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
What a move. He did a double move on the damn DB. Oh.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Torched.
Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
I don't even know who that receiver was. Who was it?
Down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having
31
short
points in the
memory on
computer in the
defense
first
after
half.
a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Let me check something. I wonder if it's reset this stuff. Well, maybe turn some setting off or something.
You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there, but it's going to be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
some at midfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1-yard line.
Rager.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Here's Montez. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts.
That was max protect.
As the
That
clock
shit
will
was
stop
wide
with
open.
33 seconds to go in the first half. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Down. Okay.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Oh, Hamler. Please, Hamler, don't hurt him, baby. Please, Hamler.
With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
Give me that.
He put quite a bit of
Give me that.
underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
Eaglewood up to no
You can
good,
see
baby.
that throughout his college career, but what you want
Oh,
to know
that was
about a rookie
crucial.
is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there, and boy, it was pretty.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Joey Sly set to kick
So
off.
not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Jonathan Taylor making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone. Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of?
Bam!
The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
I want to shut them out this half. I need my guys to start making plays.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks.
That's where it starts.
Unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now a play fake here on first down.
There it was. Why are you not picking the ball?
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
There's got to be a
Interesting
pick.
because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops.
And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Justin Matabike brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
9 brings up third down.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered.
He's not so worried about that.
Run after the catch, and now
all right, there it is.
Get him down. Fortunately, they got to him.
There it is. Come on.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard.
And here now come the Falcons. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length...
Dude, they got 2 X factors on the D-line.
Now, are they determined?
What do you do with
it?
it?
To read their keys and make the proper plays.
And we'll see how determined they are.
2 yards.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys,
Oh, here we
made
go.
the play,
Come on.
and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Come on.
On 2nd down, here's
There it
the
is.
option.
Come on, give me a block.
Quick throw complete into the
There it
flat
is.
out
Come on.
left. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 39 that time. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks
It
love to
was.
throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. Ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
By Brock
That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now why did he get pulled in?
Man. Tackle to Derek Barnett.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That ties the game, 31-31.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25.
Good comeback.
He will not attempt to return. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again to Jones. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
the tackle.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 40-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
Seattle.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
No, that's not good.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Wrong idea, huh? That's true.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
Jonathan Taylor.
Chris Jones on the stop.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now an option play on 2nd down.
Oh my God. Bad pass. Holy crap. What a bad pass.
At the 48-yard line.
That's the 2nd bad pass he's had tonight.
Defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To throw is Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. And he goes out right around the 39.
Complete to Albert Okwuegbuna. Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Taylor,
And this is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there, and it's 3rd and short.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's 4th down. Your
Do we go for it?
Pretty much out the window.
That means you have to come up with a big-time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Not a good punt.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt.
A 33-yard punt.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Darrell Taylor in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you
the broken tackles are insane.
And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Decision time now on 4th and about a yard and a half.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
It's going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. That's out to the left flat and complete. And down to the 20. A huge play there in overtime. 51 yards. Well, we know they like to get him the ball in space there, an underneath route. Get it to him, let him make some people miss. Turned out to be a big play in overtime.
Did it ever. And let's face it, it's a league of matchups. That's what you want. Get a running back into space, as you talked about. Put the ball on him and let him do the work afterwards. And that time, it worked really well.
On 1st down, Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's to the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Trying to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
Dang. Ask the coach and he tells you to go for it.
That heart has to be pounding inside the chest of Joey Sly. This to win it in overtime. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
For the field goal, a 19-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
Battle of the birds, man.
Lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus
that
on
was
the
rough.
big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Falcons, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, we start off 1-0. 1-0, 1-0. It's all that matters, right? And then week 2, I'm not sure who I've got. But I hope the defense gets better. That was crazy.